We're still in the weeknight games. This is the final one, though, for the weeknight games. Fresno State and Nevada also on Friday night. We've got Fresno State 2.5-point road favorites, 51.5 the total in this game. Nevada's been one of those teams that's definitely surpassed most people's expectations. Even though they're just 3-4 on the season, 5-2 against the spread. They had that, very, very well played loss, competitive loss to SMU. They beat Troy outright as dogs. They lose a tough one by 3 to Georgia Southern. They had that bad game, tough spot, tough travel situation in Minnesota. They got shut out in that game 27-0, but they've covered 3 straight since then. A loss to San Jose State by 4 on the road, but at home they beat Oregon State 42-37. Fresno off back-to-back losses to UNLV and Washington State. Mikey Keene had a couple of bad interceptions in that game. Gilliam's a good running back. Key for them is, can they run the football here against Nevada? Nevada's run defense so far this season has been better than their past defense. And I just like, the competitiveness we're seeing out of Nevada. Keep in mind, this is a complete and utter rebuild that they're supposed to be undergoing this season, this Nevada Wolfpack team. But in the very first year, Jeff Choate, I'm very impressed with what he's been able to get from this team. And they're going to be fired up in Reno for a Friday night game here, taking on Fresno. The money's come in on Nevada, too. Fresno opened a field goal and a 3.5-point road favorite. It's now below the key number of 3. So there's a lot of love here early in the week for Nevada in the betting markets. And I lean that way, too. You talk about Fresno, that's a couple of games. The defense, too, is starting to show problems again for Tim Skipper and the Bulldogs. And look, the Nevada offense, I'm still not the biggest fan of some of the quarterback play we see from them, from Brendan Lewis. They need to be able to run the football, and he is a great runner. He's just not a great passer. He only had 5 complete passes in that win against Oregon State last week. So the run game's got to work for Nevada to be able to have success offensively. We'll see if it does. I don't know if I bet Nevada below 3, but I do lean that way. They've been undervalued from day one. Meanwhile, that's now 3 losses on the season and 2 conference losses for Fresno. Their Mountain West dreams are starting to slip away. Don't like what I'm seeing from them, so I do lean Nevada. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a big game for Nevada. Last year with those big numbers, I thought, and they covered some of those games, and I didn't know how bad they were. One thing, though, they got to be able to run it. Fresno's run defense, middle of the road. They give about 145 a game around there. Because Lewis just isn't going to throw it. They have to be able to run it. I mean, he's still, even that last game. But the defense, McCoy, that Oregon State, he had, 4 turnovers? Some of the yards were there, obviously, in that game, back and forth. But, man, they got key turnovers in that one. Because also Oregon State, time of possession even was over 10 minutes in that one. But here, Friday night, it seems like a good one. I think Nevada could get it. And what about the total? If the defenses are better and they're running, it could stay over, but under. But I don't know. I think Keene could have some success throwing it. Maybe this could slip over. But I think the only way you could look is Nevada. Ride it. Nevada at home here.
Yeah, but the flip side of this argument is now Fresno, we thought, was the much better team coming into the season, and they're only laying now 2.5. They can win this game and probably cover the number. That's here for sure. With this,
and look, they lost to UNLV, who's better. They got their ass kicked, and then Washington State,
who's solid.
But the weeks before, solid on. And they took care of kind of like New Mexico, those type games. This seems like it could be a good one. And in the end, I probably don't get here. I don't know if I can get to Nevada, especially under the field goal now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I often say, though, if you're trying to bet the teams that have been disappointed and been overvalued over the teams that you think were undervalued, but now they're being priced better, those don't always work out, at least not.
Yeah, look out.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes, like the BYUs, for example, Armies, you don't say, wow, you know what, they've been undervalued all year, but now they're due for slipping up. And I kind of feel that way here, with Nevada. Yeah, they've been undervalued. Is this the spot they slip up? Maybe, maybe not, but I don't think I'm ready to bet it. That's for sure. Bet against Nevada. All right.